don't find myself particularly interesting.
Welcome back to the Media Circus, the game show about the news game. In a week where American Catholics rejoiced as the Pope gave birth to a healthy baby Pope. Look at that. Tony Abbott came out of hiding after losing his job, and according to Channel 9, he went on a rampage.
New vision emerges as a man faces court accused of trying to run down a bridal party in Sydney Southwest.
And his violence didn't stop there.
Yes, I've hit a snake.
Well done, Tony. Joining us on the Media Circus tonight are comedian Hannah Gadsby, Andrew Hansen, and former Deputy PM, now Shadow Transport Minister Anthony Albanese. And our up against from the checkout, Hannah May Riley. BuzzFeed political editor Mark DiStefano. And from the recent iView series coming soon to the old-fashioned ABC TV on Wednesday nights, it's Randy from Ricketts Lane. And look, just for the older members of the audience out there, Mark is the first BuzzFeed journalist with a parliamentary press card, which means he was there for the recent spill, providing the kind of coverage that Laurie Oakes just won't dare to. There you go. Without that press card, you wouldn't be able to find those emoticons.
Yeah, no, I think that with what we're trying to do is always sort of experiment with what the kids are using, and people just
They're using drugs, Mark.
I was on drugs for the whole night.
Yeah, exactly. So was Alba, it's fine.
I was on a plane to Perth. Got on the plane, Tony Abbott was the Prime Minister, got off the plane, Malcolm Turnbull.
Yeah, you should fly more often. All right, now...
If I'd gotten to London, we might have been a republic.
Yeah. Hannah, Andrew and Albo tonight, we've named your team Team Albo.
Great. I love Albo.
Yeah,
Sorry, Hannah. Mark, Randy and Hannah, your team's up against Albo. So what does that make you?
I like fighting Tories. That's what I do. That's what I do.
So you're Team Tories.
Team Tories.
And as always, the Media Circus is under the watchful eye of our fact-checker, Chas Licciardello.
That's right. Lots of fact-checking to be done this week, Craig, especially this rather disturbing fact-check about our new Prime Minister.
One of the great things about Malcolm is he could make love to a television screen.
Thank you, Chaz. And now let's play the news game.
Stitch Up.
And as always, we start with Stitch Up, and it's a little bit different tonight. We've stitched together 4 stories from the week's news. You have to tell us what they are. Let's have a look at the Stitch Up.
In a major announcement this morning, NASA has revealed
Pope Francis has
Swallowed a car and a caravan.
And jumped into the Derwent River.
All right, 4 stories there. We're going to start with Team Albo. What was the first story about there?
NASA.
Yeah, it's a good start. See if we can get beyond the clue.
They found flowing water on the planet Mars.
And that will mean where there's water, there's life.
Really?
Apparently. So the scientists say.
Nations. Let's see, the first story was...
NASA has revealed the existence of flowing water on Mars.
Big deal, though. We've already got water here, so who cares? But,
Hey, this is a big deal, Craig. In fact, NASA was so inspired by that discovery, they immediately launched a space shuttle from Peter Overton's trousers.
The discovery is a game changer, opening the possibility that humans could actually survive.
It's a big deal.
It's also quite a coincidence because not only do they find water on the red planet, but our new water minister is also a red planet. Look at that. It's a coincidence. All right, Team Tories, what was the second story?
All right, so it was the Pope.
Yep. Yeah, we got that too, okay? Don't just read the things on the screen.
Is it just that the fact that the Pope came to the US and started talking about this leftist agenda, that he was talking about climate change and inequality, and a whole bunch of Republicans were upset?
I'm going to admit to you right now, I've realised a flaw in this game. There's like about 100 things he did there.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Like, actually the Pope is probably the correct answer. Let's go with what we arbitrarily decided the second story was.
Pope Francis has become the first pontiff in history to address a joint meeting of US Congress.
His message, use your power for good.
Which I think he stole that message from Spider-Man's uncle, actually. All right, now to our third story. Here's a reminder of the clip.
Swallowed a car and a caravan.
Swallowed a car and a caravan. Team Albo.
I think that was the collapse of the sinkhole.
The sinkhole. The correct answer was...
A giant sinkhole which has swallowed a car and a caravan could get bigger.
Which means that Mount Isa is no longer the biggest hole in Queensland. Team Tories, what was the final story? Let's just see a reminder what it was.
Jumped into the Derwent River.
I literally have no idea about this. Do you have any idea about what happened?
It was me. I went down to Tassie, had a bit of a swim, got caught on some sort of camera.
You're a famously good swimmer.
I'm an amazing swimmer. I just inflate. I just sort of float.
This is going to surprise you, but you're wrong. Let's see what the story was.
Oh, come on.
A convicted bank robber has been recaptured after a daring dash for freedom. He slipped under the roller door at Hobart's Risdon prison and jumped into the Derwent River.
Slipped under the roller door? It's the same way Jackie Lambie snuck into Parliament, I think.
Couldn't be very good in a lockdown situation. Oh, he's escaping. It's just me. Come on.
What makes you think it's automatic?
It's a guy with the chain.
Can you fix that, Alba, next time you're in government? Like put maybe,
locks.
Gates or locks.
On the whole of Tasmania.
Yeah. There goes those votes. Well done to the players. At the end of that stitch-up, the winner is Team Albo, I think.
Yeah.
Well done. Chaz, you've got a reward for our team.
Your reward is drawing with Albo.
A little car there. Let's do a little train here. Toot, toot.
Welcome back to the gripping climax of the astronomical focal length premiership season. And it's been a somewhat poor start to the final, with many reporters standing disappointingly close to the camera. But things should ramp up now as Victoria's Seb Costello faces off against WA's Rob Scott. And the next piece of news reporting is from Seb Costello. How far can he position himself from the camera? The anticipation is, there he is, good distance with an art house shot, appropriately so in those very ornate theatre surrounds. And the results come in with that being a very capable 34 metres from the camera. Now it's over to WA's long distance champion Rob Scott, who's standing amongst this group of footballers, I think. Oh no, he's behind them! What a doozy! He's scored himself a whopping 122 metres from the camera. Beat that, Seb Costello. Costello responds in kind with another large arty venue. Oh no, he screwed the pooch! What a disappointing effort. He cannot match the superb outdoor distances of his rival. He scores just 26 metres. What a choke. Now Rob Scott is only competing with himself. Can he top his 122 metre score? Yes, he can! It's a world record. He's a genius. Oh, you'd want to congratulate him if you could get anywhere near him, but he's miles away. 416 completely unnecessary metres. Never has so much money been wasted on a run-of-the-mill piece to camera for the evening news. So Rob Scott wins the Premiership medal. And here it is as he would like to see it.
If you're bored of the news, you've got something in common with our next round. Up on the board of the news this week we have Anthony Albanese, TV journalist Clive Murray, George Brandis, Michael Douglas, our mystery tweeter, and the international symbol for don't. For some reason. Teams take it in turn to pick a subject. Questions are open to everyone, so buzz in to answer. Let's test your buzzers, Team Albo. What about you, Team Tories? All right, Team Albo, what's your pick of the board?
Why not George Brandis?
George Brandis. I mean, there's a lot of answers to why not George Brandis, but let's go with it anyway. This week, George Brandis found an unlikely shared interest with crossbench Senator David Leyonhjelm. Finish this headline. George Brandis and David Leyonhjelm bond over what? Yes, Randy?
The unnecessary number of consonants in David's surname.
It's actually pig shooting.
It's actually pig shooting. That is right. Yes, the answer was pig shooting. Who knew?
They both love to shoot pigs.
Well, apparently Brandis went on a pig shoot but didn't actually shoot any pigs.
I mean, that's shit, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, if you're Brandis and you're on a pig shoot, I mean, you've got to be worried about, people... mistaken identity on the pig shoot, like...
I also think it's way weirder to go on a pig shoot and just watch.
Yeah, that's
weird.
That's some creepy shit. Yeah, shoot the pig. Shoot it.
All right, Team Tories, what's your pick of the board?
Pigot.
Let's go with the silver fox, Michael Douglas.
Michael Douglas, OK. Look, as we saw last week, sometimes even the finest political orators need a little helping hand from the great speechmakers like Michael Douglas.
We have serious problems to solve, and we need serious people to solve them.
We have serious challenges to solve, and we need serious people to solve them.
Bob Wilson is not the least bit interested in solving.
Unfortunately, Tony Abbott is not the least bit interested in
He is interested in 2%.
Restrain this man, restrain this man, he's ruining the show. Security.
Making you afraid of it and telling you who's to blame for it.
Making Australians afraid of it and telling them who's to blame for it.
Seriously, get a new joke.
Oh, we'll get a new speech. That is from the Aaron Sorkin film, The American President. I couldn't tell which one was Michael Douglas, to be honest. But anyway, don't worry, Albo, you're not the only Polly who's nicking a line from Hollywood, and even from Aaron Sorkin. Here's Liberal Senator Zed Zazelja ripping off The West Wing.
And we can do better, and we must do better, and we will do better.
We can do better. We must do better, and we will do better.
Yeah, better speechwriters, maybe. Look, teams, let's see if you can plagiarise Hollywood like a Polly, OK? So what we're going to do, we're going to give you a headline about Australian politics. You've got to come up with a movie quote to plagiarise for the occasion, all right? For instance, if I gave you a headline, National Party holds annual conference, you might say, I see dead people, something like that, OK? All right. Hands or heads on buzzers, and your first headline is... Turnbull was told to spend a week in Western Sydney.
How about just, frankly, my dear, I don't give a damn.
In Blacktown, no one can hear you scream.
Has he got the need to buy speed?
Here's your next story. Carl Stefanovic and Mark Latham are to appear in a new Q&A style show.
It's from like every movie ever.
Yeah.
Which one, though?
Yes, Albo.
Welcome to Fight Club.
All right. What lines would you plagiarise about this headline? MP Kelly O'Dwyer told by government whip to express more breast milk to avoid missing Parliament. Jeez. Yes?
Maybe you should put baby in the corner.
Yes, Randy.
Your breast pump's writing checks your nipple can't cash. Doesn't really work, does it?
That's how I remember it, yeah. All right, the next one's about a man who really shouldn't be allowed to write his own lines, Barnaby Joyce. This story hasn't actually happened yet, but imagine it did. Barnaby Joyce is coming after Warren Truss in the leadership of the Nationals. What would you plagiarise for that?
You're feeling lucky, punk?
You're just practising your lines for Bill Shorten. All right, well done.
Yes, Craig, James. Don't worry about the politicians that are plagiarising. If you want real plagiarisation, you should go straight to Ross Greenwood. He ripped his entire finance report off a movie.
Show me the money!
Show me the money!
Look at that! Shameless!
Team Albo, what do you want to pick from the board?
Why not the mystery tweeter?
The guy, the question mark, a mystery tweeter. Buzz in if you think you know who posted these tweets, OK? Let's go with the first one here. Bugger. Yes, Hannah?
Queen.
Queen. No. Yes, Albo?
The England rugby coach.
No, let's hope. Let's go to the next tweet. Prince Philip is definitely my favourite royal.
That's got to be Tony Abbott.
No, not Tony Abbott.
Still the Queen.
Still the Queen, yeah. Yes, Andrew.
Is it pro wrestler Hulk Hogan? It's the type of thing he would say.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny because looking at you, Andrew, I wouldn't have thought you were into wrestling, and I was right. This is the next tweet. Now, I just want to point out to you, why pharmacy?
Randy.
What?
Are you on Twitter, Randy?
No.
It's very hard to tweet.
I don't tweet well. I'm hitting a buzzer with my head. Not really working the iPhone there, buddy.
If you honestly thought it was Randy, don't you think he would have guessed Randy himself? It's like, oh yeah, that's some shit I tweeted.
I can imagine Randy using Siri.
Yeah, but what about the other two tweets? Surely he would have recognised them.
Fight. The winner gets to take me to dinner. No, it's not me.
At the Y Pharmacy. No, let's go to the next tweet. Warned for using Twitter, lift my game.
Nailed it. Still a queen.
It's actually the Immigration Minister, Peter Dutton.
That is right. Well done. Let's see.
You're kidding.
They are all Peter Dutton tweets. Y Pharmacy, hey?
Put a wig on it, put some powder on it. Queen.
It's true. Actually, don't put nothing on it and it's already Randy. Look at that.
No, he's...
Do a split screen.
Yeah. That's unbelievable.
Put it in post. Why pharmacy? Why pharmacy? Why pharmacy?
All right, Team Tories, what's your choice on the board?
Let's have the Shadow Transport Minister.
Now, we wanted to get Albo a gift to say thank you for coming on the show, but to avoid getting him something he'd already got, like, leadership ambitions, we checked the Parliament's gift register. So, Team Tories, OK? Oof. All of these are things that were given as gifts to MPs, but you need to pick the one that Albo got, OK? We've got a firefighter's helmet, honorary membership of the Showman's Guild, theatre tickets to the play Yes Prime Minister, a collection of fridge magnets featuring front pages from the NT News, and finally a pashmina wrap plus vase. OK, Team Tories, which one of those...
It's the best one, that's the clue.
Which one was given to Albo?
Ooh, the magnets.
The magnets.
Ooh, the magnets?
Yeah.
Is that right, Albo?
Absolutely.
That is right. Well done. To be fair, fridge magnets is a pretty cheap gift from a News Corp newspaper. I mean, they gave Tony Abbott a prime ministership, so...
One of the magnets is about someone getting arrested while masturbating, driving at 150 kilometres an hour.
Is that on your fridge?
It's all on the fridge.
I never knew.
They're going to recut that as a Liberal ad.
How about in your office, Albo? What's the most expensive item?
Probably not much. The various memorabilia, all the planes that are in my office from when I was Transport Minister.
The planes? You stole planes when you were Transport Minister?
I've got toy planes.
How big is your office?
Toy trains.
It's like an aircraft hangar.
All the toys.
Oh, toy planes.
Toys.
Mark, you used to actually be a journalist in the Northern Territory for the ABC. In the Northern Territory for the ABC. Did you, each morning get up and pick up the NT News looking for a story and then just go, why am I wasting my time?
No, the NT News is genuinely one of the best newspapers in the country. No irony involved. It just includes some of the most incredible stories about crocodiles and high-speed crashes.
And that's it. That's it.
Exactly. That is the whole paper, and it's not ironic.
Yes.
Craig, Mark has been very modest there, talking about his NT News career, because he covered much bigger stories than the kind of stories you find in NT News.
Oh, no.
This Atticus moth is a rare win for people like Jeff and other moth enthusiasts here in Darwin.
That's Australia's biggest moth. That is genuinely Australia's
but
biggest
it's not a crocodile, is it, Mark? Is that going to attack you and get on the front page? No, it's not. It's a moth.
Just for Mark, I also made that into a vine.
A rare win for people like Jeff and other moth enthusiasts. A rare win for people like Jeff and other moth enthusiasts.
Straight to BuzzFeed.
A rare win, isn't it?
And that's the problem, though. These animals, he had to go to Indonesia to get the larva and to bring it back.
Did he have to, though? Yeah. He did have to.
It was actually beautiful, and it was really placid. It had to stay in a freezer.
So in actual fact, you got a frozen moth stuck to you. Yeah. You're not making this story any better, Mark. Look, the other items were given to other federal MPs. Buzz in, who do you think got the firefighter's helmet?
Bet you it was Wyatt Roy, and it came with a little fire truck as well. Play with them.
No. Yes?
Maybe it was Bill Shorten, because after he delivers those sick burns, he has to put them out.
Oh, very good. No, it wasn't actually. That was for the tree enthusiast Adam Bant. got the helmet. Which member of Parliament was given the honorary membership of the Showman's Guild?
Christopher Pyne. What is the Showman's Guild? Do you know?
Carnies, essentially. It's the Carnies Guild. And it was actually for Bill Shorten.
Bill Shorten.
I don't think it was Bill as much of a showman, but it makes a bit more sense when you realise that they made Bill a member because they thought he was one of those slideshow clowns you put ping pong balls in. Bronwyn Bishop went to see, yes, Prime Minister.
In a helicopter.
This is amazing that despite the fact that the Prime Minister kept her on after the helicopter, she voted against him. Was that an outrageous move,
Yeah.
Albo? Was that low, even for politics?
You've got to... sometimes it takes your breath away. That one did.
Yeah.
No, she's sitting there, why'd you protect me? That's bad leadership. I did the wrong thing.
Albo, is it true that their offices are going to be close to each other now?
Yeah, it's going to be sensational. Next to each other, in the corridor next to mine.
That is great. OK, I've got a challenge for you. You two go down, right? Knock on both doors at the same time. Run away, just come out. And finally, who got the pashmina wrap and vase?
Christopher Pyne.
No, that was given to Tony Abbott. Coal mining company Adani gave a vase and pashmina wrap to Tony Abbott and didn't look delightful on him. That's great. All right, and for playing today, we're going to give Albo a gift. You know, not that he deserves one more than the rest of you, but if we give him a gift, he has to write to the Parliament and declare it to them. Which is why we're giving you, firstly, this is a Tony Abbott dog chewy toy, also known as the Boney Abbott. So while you're fighting Tories, your dog can be biting them. And
I have a new pup.
Yeah,
Perfect.
Oh, good. And to make sure it's worth enough that you have to declare, this is a bag of cash.
Excellent.
He's old Labor. And look, I think our winner of that is, I don't know, probably Albo because he's stuck money in his pocket. Chaz, what's their award?
Their awards from the Channel 9 coverage of Tony Abbott's interview with Ray Hadley this week, and clearly someone at Channel 9 doesn't like Tony Abbott very much, because have a look at the footage that they picked of him.
Saying that the country would not get the policies that it deserves, the results it deserves, if we continue to have leaders rule by party room coup.
Put that on the Vine as well, so you can just look at that over and over again.
How to report politics.
Political reporters have to compete with really interesting news.
Now, you may have heard of the man bun. Well, now there's a dog version.
So they jazz up their reports with entertaining visual puns.
The Prime Minister seemed to want to bury the issue and wouldn't throw any dirt at Tony Burke.
Keeping his eye on the ball.
Here we go!
Preventing him from cutting through. This could be a slap in the face for the PM's image.
Lame. Politicians know this. That's why when Tony Abbott wanted to talk about
The China-Australia Free Trade Agreement is all about jobs. It's all about prosperity.
he went to a farm that exports cattle to give the reporters colour and movement. Problem is, the news wanted to report a different story.
Infighting and leaks.
High-level leakers.
Cabinet leaks.
That's right, leaks. Cabinet leaks. High-level cabinet leaks.
So, by the afternoon, the Prime Minister's spin got one sentence of news coverage.
The PM used these yards near Yass this morning to talk up the China free trade deal.
More trade means more jobs.
And the rest of the report was about the journalist's spin.
Just as one loyal minister was jamming a verbal cattle prod into a few less loyal ones for leaks to the media.
Nice segue.
And by the 6 o'clock news, the PM story got this much coverage.
Sexy.
None.
Oh yeah, none.
But Abbott's cows did provide for a bunch of shitty bovine puns about what the news wanted to report on.
Ministers jumping the fence.
Leadership is about jumping hurdles.
Proving more of a hurdle.
Airing their beefs about same-sex marriage.
That was like a red rag to a bull.
Scaring the coalition herd.
His herd is getting restless.
Deep ructions within his herd.
Facing a stampede of cabinet leaks, he's threatening to send the leakers to the glue factory.
Shithouse.
And then, no matter where Abbott went, the only story was the leadership.
Tony Abbott's leadership appears to be on a road to nowhere.
Heading for the electoral cliff. Number one in the front row of a losing team.
Oh, isn't that fantastic? Wow, isn't that great?
Yeah.
Ow!
What a pain in the arse!
Political pandemonium.
Yes, we're going to play political pandemonium now. And this is different from our usual pandemonium because, teams, you have to think like a political reporter and come up with atrocious visual puns to fit the story you want to cover, OK? For example, let's say you want to report on Labor's climate policy problems after the carbon tax, and all the footage you have is of Bill Shorten getting caught in the rain. I mean, you might say this.
Clouds of past policy failures already raining on Bill Shorten's parade.
That is how the pros do it. Or let's say you want to report on Operation Sovereign Borders, but you've only got footage of Tony Abbott eating a dinner.
It's government's vision of Australia's beefed-up northern border. Mark DiStefano, ABC News, Darwin.
And look, that wasn't beef. Look at this. It was chicken schnitzel. That is shoddy journalism, Mark. Shoddy. Can anyone help him out? What's a pun on Operation Sovereign Borders and chicken schnitzel?
Now, when immigrants arrive, we can simply palmer them off.
Yeah, see?
They have some schnitty policies.
All right, I can see why you went with beef. OK, yeah. It's fine. OK, look, it's not that hard. OK, so Mark, you and Andrew, can you come over here because we're going to actually see if you can redeem yourself. This is what people wear when they're journalists. All right, I'm going to give you each a story about a politician, OK? And you'll then see footage of that person. As a political reporter, you have to cram as many visual puns into your report as you can about the story you want to tell, OK? OK, so Mark, you're first. Your job is to report on how Tony Abbott's been sniping at people who deposed him, OK?
All right.
But this is your footage. Have a go.
Tony Abbott has been punching up at his colleagues. He's been exercising his right to speak out. Tony Abbott also has been putting the shroud of secrecy behind him. He's been blanketing the airwaves with his opinions, but he's been sorting through the political legacy that he has left.
Which was rubbish.
That was good. Well done. Now it's your turn, Andrew.
Yes.
Your report is about criticism of Prime Minister Turnbull over his review of Medicare. Obviously a thrilling story, but luckily you have this wonderful vision to work with.
Yes, with many say it's a dog of a policy, but it seems Turnbull has unleashed the hounds of hell on Medicare. Walking voters into, I don't know. Now he has to clean up Abbott's droppings. But has he thrown the baby out with the Medicare bathwater? It's hard to say while his prime ministership is still in its infancy. Will probably, and the changes may have left some voters out in the cold. But it seems Malcolm Turnbull has now made his bed and he'll have to lie in it. Although historically, changes to Medicare have been extremely unfashionable.
Well done. Mark, your next one. Mark, this report has not been filed before. It's about opposition leader Bill Shorten struggling in the polls.
Right. He was once raking in the votes and now he's fallen into the sandpit.
That doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't, but TV journalism doesn't make sense. And he's reading the party strategy in ways he'll understand. No, he's changed. He's gone back into the laboratory to swish around and experiment with a new front bench. And he's got glasses.
OK, Andrew, another fictional report here. It's a scenario. Imagine there's talk of Albo launching a leadership challenge against Bill Shorten. Just imagine, OK? Let's do that. You're going to cover that.
Okay.
Chip in if you want, Albo. It's fine. OK, the footage you're going to work with is this. Let's go.
Yes, Anthony Albanese is a man of high-flying ambitions. He's jetting his way to the top of the party. It's plain to see he's not content to be a passenger, and he's running for the leadership. He's put himself in the race for the #1 position, making Bill Shorten work up a sweat.
Making slow progress on it.
Yeah, some people are saying he's not looking fit for the leadership. Now, this is a man who's thirsty for power, and one thing's for sure, he's certainly got the guts to do it. I'm sorry, Albert. I do apologise. But with the current leader being such a massive crock, it's up to this cold-blooded Albanese to snatch victory from the jaws of Bill Shorten.
All right, I like the sound of that news report. In fact, I like the sound of that news report so much, I'm awarding the round to Team Albo. Well done.
Yeah. Hang on, did you not hear the pun, he's wearing glasses? I think we deserve the win just for that.
I think points were deducted for that.
This game is bullshit.
Sky News.
We bring you all the opinions that matter.
Simultaneously.
It's still immature. It's still immature in many ways.
The economy.
I think the point you
hold on a minute. I am the discredited.
You are discredited.
The Royal Commission.
That's really not the issue. He's the guy. Jason's the guy heading the Royal Commission on a political,
but the mere fact that you turn up
and whatever's going on here,
and they won't let you know. And they won't let you know. I want to find out how much they make out of it.
Let him ask the question.
Sky News, bringing you the... Sorry, actually, if I could just... I wasn't quite finished talking, actually. If you could just... Well, okay, that's a bit rich coming from you.
Photo finish.
Finally tonight, it's time for Photo Finish. Buzz in if you think you know the answer. OK, first up, what is Obama thinking here? Yes, Hannah?
Should have worn a tie.
I was thinking, I really don't have much in common with this man.
Vladimir didn't like the film, but I'm giving it 5 stars.
I think Obama's thinking I was lured here under the promise of a white Russian, and I'm very disappointed.
OK, what do you think's Putin's thinking?
When does the shirt fronting start?
What is Julie Bishop saying here?
Excuse me, someone has a blue Hyundai parked in a no-smoking zone. Could you please come and collect?
I should have worn a tie.
Who run the world? Girls.
You have to give me $1 million.
All right, what are these men doing here?
I actually know what this is. Apparently, if you get caught using performance-enhancing drugs, now the drug sports tribunal make you drink the urine samples of all the other competitors. That's what's happening.
Let's look at the next one. What's on Malcolm Turnbull's iPad?
Oh, his numbers.
Board shorts.
All right, let's move on. What is this photo?
A bust of a PM and a PM bust.
What's your advice for this hot young man?
Don't go into politics.
Yeah. What were you planning to get into then?
Oh, whatever.
Really? Oh, looks like you probably would have succeeded.
Yeah. There's going to be this guy named Kevin. Ignore him.
All right, and finally, what is the Pope doing here? Yes, Hannah?
Marilyn Monroe.
He's showing his flourishing mane to try and attract a mate.
Auditioning as an exciting new pizza topping.
Albert?
Impersonating a poppadom.
We're not even playing pandemonium. Anyway, that's very... Well done, everyone. That is the end of the show. And the real winner tonight is Team Albo. Congratulations. Thanks for watching us. Join us next week on the Media Circus.